You know that person who gets a text on a Friday afternoon, "Party tonight, you in?" and feels their whole nervous system just deflate? Not from sadness, from something closer to dread wearing a party hat. You've done it again. RSVP'd maybe. Then spent the evening rehearsing the exact 12 seconds of improvised theater you'd need to explain your absence on Monday. Meanwhile, you're on your couch, blanket at that perfect 73-degree angle, and the silence in your apartment has a texture, soft, low hum, familiar, like a friend who never overstays. Here's what nobody tells you. That couch isn't an escape, it's a headquarters. There's something even stranger happening beneath the surface. Psychologists talk about something called optimal arousal theory, the idea that every brain has a personal sweet spot for stimulation, and once you cross it, your nervous system doesn't experience fun, it experiences cost. For the Homebody brain, that threshold sits lower and closer. Their architecture isn't broken, it's precision-tuned, like a seismograph that picks up tremors other people don't even register. Their brain operates on a different frequency, one that treats overstimulation not as adventure, but as data overload. So let's reframe this. You're not antisocial, you're not boring, you're not missing out. This is a survival masterpiece, a nervous system so skilled at allocating empathy and energy that it protects its reserves like a lighthouse keeper protects the flame. You're not lazy, you're just wired for depth. And that's what makes you a walking paradox. You are deeply social in small doses and utterly exhausted by social in large ones. You are, in a strange way, independently collaborative, capable of showing up fully, intensely, generously, and then needing 3 days of silence to metabolize it. You love people. You just love them from a doorway you get to close. But there's a grief in this, too. Quiet, rarely spoken. The grief of watching everyone else's photos from the party you skipped, wondering if there's a version of you somewhere who could have stayed, who could have danced past midnight without paying for it in exhaustion for 3 days after. It's a kind of homesickness for a place that only exists in your imagination, a version of belonging you've never quite been able to inhabit the way others seem to. And yet, this is the part worth sitting with. You still show up. You still send the text. Plan the small dinner. Remember the birthday. You shine not because you're endlessly available, but because you remember the exhaustion of not protecting your own light. Like a lighthouse, you're not glowing because the world outside is calm. You're glowing because you know exactly how dark it gets when you don't guard your own flame. And you'd rather warn others than let them crash the way you almost did. So the next time you decline an invitation and feel that flicker of guilt, pause. That's not avoidance. That's wisdom dressed in sweatpants.